Alright YouTube, in this video we are going to see how to convert this design into HTML and CSS. This is episode number 37. We are working on PSD to HTML for a long time. So it's, as I said, this is episode number 37. You'll get the source code in the description. In case if you got stuck anywhere, you are free to copy paste it. And I'll leave the link of the playlist of PSD to HTML in the description box. If any of you is interested in learning, feel free to learn. Fine, now let's see what we are going to do. So this is what we are going to convert. So to convert we need one HTML file, one CSS file, and the required images. We have 4 images I have downloaded from the Unsplash. So these are the creator of those images. You can download the image from this link. Don't forget to give credit to them because they deserve it. Now let's start creating it. The first section, let's focus on this is the first section and this is the second section. So let's focus on the first section now. Alright, now as I said, we have first section and this section has one column, and this is the second column. Let's start creating it. I have linked the CSS on the head tag. We have 2 font awesome icons. You can see this one and this one. That's the reason why we have font awesome CDN over here. Now let's start creating it. Section. Inside the section we need a row. Let's give the ID to the section. So let's call this heading, and then we have 2 columns, first column and second column. So the first column contains paragraph, some text. Let's call this h1, some text. Then a second column also has paragraph. Then we have inner row, inner hyphen row, then inner hyphen call, first button with some text. The same way, inner column, some button with text. Let me fill the text for you. Cool, I have added the text and this is how it looks without CSS. Let's start designing the CSS. Let me create the hierarchy. Alright, I have created the hierarchy. So the hierarchy is really very important if we don't want CSS override issue. We have to follow this hierarchy. Now let's start creating this. For the body, before that I have added 2 font library, or you can say CDN, roboto condensed, and we need inter. So for all element I have removed padding and margin. That's it. Now for the body, let's have the width of 100% viewport height 100% viewport height, viewport width and viewport height. Let the background color, we have a specific color for this. I have copied it. Let me paste it. This is BG. Cool, let's see how does it looks. And whatever is there inside, I want the color to be white. Now you'll see the white color. Cool. Now for this section we need padding on both the side 150 pixel, padding 150 pixel, top bottom 50 pixel, left right 150 pixel. At top bottom you can make this 20 itself because we have more content. Cool. Now let's directly jump into the row. Let's make this display flex, so side by side you'll get the item in side by side. So that's working as we thought. Now we just have to design the font. We don't have to get into this. In case if we need padding, you can add padding to the column. So we need some right. For the column we need margin, or let's add padding right of 50 pixel on both these sides. So you got it. You can see the space over here, and we got some space. For the H1, let the, not for H1, we just have to write first para. So this is second column, this is first column. Font size 16 pixel, and this is going to have font size of 34 pixel, and we can have color for the paragraph as green. I have copied the color green, and font family, it's Inter is over here. Let's copy paste this, and letter spacing is going to be -1 pixel. Let's refresh this and check how does it looks. Copy paste the same thing. We don't need color green. And for the padding, bottom 20 pixel for the paragraph. Let's just make this 14, and let me remove this letter spacing should come for the heading, not to the paragraph. Cool, I got it. We can add space. Instead of 20, let's make this 30 to stick with the, cool, you can see, close enough. Now we can add line height to the paragraph. Line height 1.5 em, too big, 1.2 em. Alright, you can make this 32, and I can increase the line height. We are not going to make fixer bucket, as it is going to take some time. We'll just stick with this. So fine, it works. Now let's work on the second column. The same way, copy the whole section, get into the second one, paste it. Instead of Inter, now it's going to be Roboto condensed. It's the font family I'm talking about, and the font size is going to be again 15 pixel. Too small. I'm going to give for the column 50% width 50%, so that it won't shrink to the right. Alright, line height 1 point, we can have 1.8 here for the second column, and we need font weight as well, 700 to weight 300 works fine. And again the padding bottom 20 pixel as we have given to the first column paragraph. Actually the font weight is different, you can add the different font weight while downloading CDN. Let's focus on the button. So the inner row is again going to have display flex, so that we can have side by side, and the column again margin right 20 pixel works. For the button, padding top bottom 15 pixel, left right 30 pixel, and background color, it's going to be green, not for both, and for the color it's going to be white, and font size again 15 pixel as like the paragraph. Border radius 6 pixel. How I am going to know it? Because I have created this. Remove the outline none, border none. Cool. And again, this is the robotic condensed font with, I can add a font to it. So for the second button, ATTON, what do we have? We just need to add the background color like the body's color, or you can add transparent also. This is body's color. Let's add transparent. Cool. Everything seems same, except what we need is we can reduce the margin over here, and the font, I think it's too small for the paragraph. 16, and I think we have added letter spacing. We have to remove the letter spacing. So let this be 15 itself. Alright. Now just the bold is missing. We can add the bold. Now let's get into the second section. This section, I'm going to name it as ID grid. Inside the grid we need a row. As you know, we have a row for class here and class here also. Because we are using a hierarchy, there would be no overriding issue. Inside the row we need column. Inside the column we need, we can directly have image, image name, and then we can have h3 text, and then we have paragraph, and then we have button, some text. Likewise, let me copy paste it multiple times, because we need 4 column, 1 2 3 4, 4 column, 2 3 4. Let me paste the content and get back to you. Alright, this is how it looks. Let me create the hierarchy now. That's done. Now let's start designing the work. Now as you know, we need margin top of 75 or to 80 pixel, margin top of 80 pixel, and let the image width be 100% and image height be 100%, and don't forget to add object fit cover. The reason for doing this is, if I make display flex, it would work great. Now if you see, for the row display flex, and for the column, since we have 4 column, we can divide it by 100, width of 25, we can have 23%. Now you'll see image will be perfectly fit into the column. That doesn't seem to work. Let me see why. That worked. I didn't refresh it properly. Now we need a space around, so display flex, justify content, space around. Now you'll see the space between. Let's add this space between. Now let's make the width. You can see we need margin again, as we have added for the first section. Let me copy the whole section. I think, where is the body? Actually we'll add padding. For the column, we don't need top and bottom, we just need left and right 150 pixel. You got it? Now it's aligned properly. Instead of 80, let's make this 50. It seems like there's too much gap between two sections. 50, 30. Okay, that's alright. I can make this even smaller. Alright. Now we have to give height to the image as 300 pixel. 150 pixel. Alright, 150 pixel looks great. Now for the column we need to have the background color as white, and whatever is there inside I want the color to be black. Cool. To have a fixed height, we'll just add padding to the H3. Padding top of 30 pixel. Let me first see whether it looks great. I think we can have even smaller, shorter padding. And for the button, it should not be padding, it should be margin bottom. So we'll get some space on top and bottom. Now we need padding on both the sides for the column. Padding top and bottom. Let's make this 20 pixel and the left and right 15 pixel. Okay, we have to add this for H3 paragraph, and it should be as margin for the button. Cool. There seems to be good space around. Now it's just the border radius, again 6 pixel. It doesn't 16 pixel, and let's make this overflow hidden, so that will make the border radius available for images. Now we can have font family. So everyone here is enter, I believe. Let's get enter for the column. We can add this on the column, it will be available for all. Yes. Now it's the font size for the H3. Font size 20 pixel, and this one is going to be 15 pixel because we know we are maintaining the same. And we can have the color light gray for the paragraph. I think we have to reduce the font weight for the enter, otherwise everything seems alright. And the padding for the column, not for the column but for the H3, you don't need this. Let's try making this 10. Top, bottom, left, right, the same 10 for the paragraph. And everything seems alright. The color of the H3, it's not completely black, so for the H3 color, and again the font weight, I have copied the font weight of maximum, I believe it's 700. Let me try copy this one more time and make this 300, and then get into the paragraph and have the font family of font weight of 300. Let me check. Yeah, that works. Oh, sorry, it's not it's Roboto. As you can see, it's different font family. Let me copy paste it. Alright, that looks good. Now let's get into the final one, which is the button. So it's just the color black and border colon none, or you can have 0, and outline colon none, and we can have padding to it, top bottom 20 pixel, left and right 40 pixel. You can make this top bottom 10 pixel, font weight 700, and we just need to add the icon and have the background color transparent. So let me add the font awesome icon. It's before or after, it's after. Cool, we got it. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for listening.